So, I'm pleased to report that I've been out in the field again, making the most of the lovely spring weather. On Saturday 18th of April, I was at the CEMA trenches on Kent Showground in Detling, run by the esteemed Great War expert Andy Robertshaw. Since my last visit in the autumn, there have been radical improvements thanks to the tireless efforts of numerous volunteers. A German trench line is now taking shape opposite the British one, and no man's land is suitably adorned with wire obstacles and at least one large crater. This site nominally represents Railway Wood, that's Eierwäldchen to us Germans, in the Ypres salient northwest of Hüge. A really interesting choice from our point of view, as the first Germans there were from the mixed Saxon and Württemberg 27th Reserve Corps, specifically Saxons from Reserve Jaeger Battalion 26, who reached the edge of the wood and managed to force their way in temporarily at heavy cost on 24th May 1915, during the final push by the Corps during the Second Battle of Ypres. As described in our publication on this battle, the Saxons at Zonnebecker, was a truly terrible day for all involved, with a massive release of chlorine gas which went horribly wrong along parts of the Corps front, causing large numbers of German casualties. The Corps continued to hold this front until the end of March 1916, so not surprisingly Railway Wood features quite extensively in our first book, Fighting the Kaiser's War. Suffice to say, it was a very dangerous spot where the opposing lines were far too close for comfort and a flashpoint for mining warfare. Obviously, the CEMA site isn't intended to be anything remotely like an exact replica, and if you look at the sheer size of this mine crater blown by the British on 25th of September 1915, and then swiftly retaken and fortified by the Württembergers, you'll see at once how impossible that would be. Andy is also not allowed to cut down or blow up the trees, nor to scour the vegetation with poison gas, which is a pity from the point of view of historical verisimilitude, but makes the site a very pleasant place to reenact in the springtime. Well, here I am in the CEMA, that's Centre for Experimental Military Archaeology, trenches at the Kent Showground in Detling. It's a lovely day, the birds are singing, and the ground is covered in bluebells. It's really rather gorgeous. And over there, I think I can see some members of the public and possibly Andy Robertshaw himself. There he is. So, hardly anyone here yet. There's a couple of other Germans waiting out at the entrance who'll hopefully join us at some point. So I'll just show you what's been going on here, because last time I was here there was no German trench at all, and we were all rather awkwardly cohabiting parts of the same trench system. So there's a decent start been made here. I'm just exploring. Yep. Nice use of sandbags to build up above ground level, which is what you would of course have in Flanders because of the infernally high water table. I've got nice duckboards. There's a lot more stones than you'd find in Flanders, I guess. So here I am at the CEMA, is that how it's actually pronounced?
CEMA, yeah.
CEMA trenches at the Kent Showground in Detling. This is the newly constructed German trench. Here we have some of my comrades from the 10th Pioneer Battalion.
and this young man is a volunteer from the group. Yes. So we can hear some sort of clanging over on the British side. I don't know if they've got some tea on, or possibly they're demonstrating a gas alarm or something. So you see, it's a lovely day. We've got these trenches are full of bluebells, which is very pretty. Right in the middle of the wood here. Clearly the amount of work put into this is pretty phenomenal. Sadly, I am unable to contribute because I am medically unfit, which is my convenient excuse. Let's go and have a look at what else we've got. So there's a dugout over there, or at least that's the start of a dugout. There's nothing behind that sheet at the moment.
No,
it does look awfully nice.
Yeah, the dugout's just there, or the front of it's just there for. We've got a bit of a film job coming up in a few weeks, so it's just there as a backdrop for the film. But once that's been done, that's eventually going to be a concrete pillbox.
Very cool.
Eventually.
Yep. Well, it's all a work in progress, but it's very impressive. Got some Spanish Reiter, as we'd call them, out there in no man's land. These big prefabricated wire obstacles. And over there is the British front line. You can see it's a pretty chaotic tangle in between, which is pretty authentic, though the fact that I'm standing up like this and no one has shot my head off is highly inauthentic, but I don't mind that. Yeah, I can see over there, there is Der Franzmann.
Salut!
In his horizon blue, which is also a disruptive colour. It's designed to blend into the landscape, but in this terrain, at this distance, it's not doing a fantastic job. But I can tell you from experience that if you get out to a few hundred yards, field grey, British khaki and horizon blue all blend in without any trouble at all. But a mate of mine who does French Foreign Legion's got the 1914 kit, and my goodness, those red trousers, you can see him effortlessly from a kilometre away. It's really quite shocking. But our friend there, he'll blend in effortlessly.
So, there you have it. I really must apologise for the shoddy camera work and can only plead that I was trying to avoid being spotted by the public while operating 21st century video equipment in uniform. Next time I will have to bring the tripod and stash it out of sight when I spot one of them approaching. You can follow CEMA on social media, or better still, check out their website at www.cemahistory.org. There are trench open days coming up in May, July, August and September. Free to attend, just come along and say hello. August will coincide with Military Odyssey, when there will be a lot more World War I reenactors on site, and hopefully everyone will be taking a turn in the trenches, including the Eastern Front folk. I am not entirely sure yet which open days I will be attending, but aim to keep you posted on here, on Facebook, and via www.royalsaxonarmy.co.uk. I do also have some footage which I shot on Sunday the 19th during the International Living History Festival at Royal Gunpowder Mills with my friends from the 1914 to 21 Society. Footage is, unfortunately, of even lower quality than this, if that can be believed, but if I can make something of it, you should be seeing it up here in the near future. So, that is all for now. Please like, subscribe, and buy as many copies of our books as you are financially able to do. And of course, Providentiae Memor.